I'm in Finland. I should not be on YouTube right now. That's my foot in the mirror, by the way. I'm lying down here. I should not be on YouTube right now. I should be packing my bag because unfortunately, this is the last day that I'm in Finland. I've been here for almost a month, by the way. Um, but yeah, tonight is the last night that I will spend in Finland, and I have to be up really early in the morning, so I should not be procrastinating and faffing here on YouTube. But the thing is that I knew I would not forgive myself if I did not upload at least one video while I'm in Finland. But vlogging and stuff, I'll get into that a little bit later. I just wasn't in the mood for it, didn't care for it, and even if I was in the mood for it and cared for it, editing the video and stuff would have been a little bit too much effort. So I'm just gonna live stream. Hello, Thomas. Hi. um, Thomas is a good friend of mine from Facebook, technically. Nice to see you here. I'm wearing pants, people. They're just very, very short pants. And by people, I mean person. But yeah, I suppose I should ramble about this trip, give you the short version of this trip, and then I should make sure that my case is packed and that I am ready to go because I have to wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning so that I can shower and, wake up and stuff and then get checked out and then make my way to the airport so I can get there at about 6 because the flight is taking off at about 8. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to the Netherlands from here. I'm not going home yet. The journey will continue. But I suppose I should briefly talk about the adventure. And yeah, I'm going to focus on the Finland part of this. So, yeah, just a heads up. Also, I did not plan any of this. So, if this is very rambly and incoherent, I apologize. Also, I'm drinking beer because, of course, I am. There is still so much left of this. I should probably go tell the front desk that somebody might need a wake up call, and that if I'm not like checking out by like 20 past 5, they should come break this door down and force me out of bed. But anyway, maybe if I stop rambling, I'll actually get somewhere. So, what y'all don't know here on YouTube, the Facebook friends are very much aware of this, but I don't think I've mentioned it on YouTube at all, is that on New Year's Day 2024, my then boyfriend, now ex piece of shit, beat the shit out of me and I ended up in hospital. Nothing was like seriously wrong. I mean, the situation was severe, but the hospital trip was just precaution because I thought I had gone blind and that my foot was broken and that I might have had brain damage or something from how hard and repeatedly he hit me in my face. But yeah, I'm not blind. Everything's fine. My foot wasn't broken. And as far as I know, I'm not brain damaged. And if I am, it's from the excessive amounts of beer that I drink, not from that. But anyway, it was very traumatic and everything was shit and I was not okay for a very long time. And then on top of the fact that I was dealing with like the panic attacks, and obviously he left like that same day, took a shit and left. My friends made very, very, very sure of that. Not that they had to, I was done with him then and there. But yeah, that was the last I saw of him. So I was alone, I was struggling, I was injured, I was traumatized, I was really not doing well. So I decided to turn all of my attention to running away from my problems. And that's why I'm in Europe. That's the short version. But that is technically the truth. To be fair, I decided last year that I wanted to travel again, but I didn't take it seriously. But after New Year's and after the trauma and everything, it was like, nope, I am going now. I'm literally running away from all of my fucking problems. And that's what I did, and that's why I'm here. So the journey started in July, actually. When did I leave Johannesburg? I believe it was the 21st of July. And I flew from Johannesburg to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam to Madrid. I went to go and visit a friend of mine in Spain. I wasn't in Madrid, but that's where I flew to. And yeah, I was with my friend, staying with her for about 3 weeks. I think it was 20 days. I'm not actually sure. Spain was a different sort of adventure because number one, I had never been to Spain. Number two, it was the summer, so it was ridiculously hot. Number three, I don't speak a word of Spanish. But I didn't really get up to much when I was in Spain, to be honest. It was mostly stargazing, hanging out at my friend's place. Um, and yeah, just spending time with her. I didn't really like go sightseeing. I didn't even explore Madrid to put things into perspective for you, but I still had fun. I had a great time. But I was also kind of miserable because I don't know if you guys are going to see this. The mosquitoes in Spain have half destroyed my fucking body. This is like ludicrous. Can you see all of the bite marks? Most of them come from Spain. I think there's more on this arm. Can you see them? Like I was covered in hives from the mosquito bites. It was a miserable time. And it itched for like days and days and days and days and days. I think I had an allergic reaction because I am actually a little bit allergic to mosquito bites, and there were just so many of them that I literally got hives and it burned, and parts of my body were swelling and it just would not go away. So, like, for weeks, I was just scratching myself open, which is why there are scars now. So, yeah, that was a bit of a downside to Spain, but I still had a good time in Spain. And then I came to Finland, and I have been in Finland for 24 days, technically. Tomorrow would be day 25, but I'm leaving early tomorrow morning, so does it really count? But I actually got my visa from Finland, so I had to stay here the longest. And oh, wait, sorry, I forgot to say something about Spain. I wanted to visit my friend, but I also wanted to go somewhere that I had never been before because of my anxiety, where it was just like traveling cured it the last time 10 years ago. So I'm just going to do the same thing and go out into the big bad world and unfamiliar territory, and hopefully my anxiety will fuck off. And I think it has now. So far, so good. There have been like 1 or 2 days when the anxiety was flaring, but I haven't had a panic attack basically since I went to go and apply for my visa. So that's great. But yeah, the Finland leg of this trip was because it's Finland, which all of y'all should know by now is my favorite country, and I am deeply obsessed with Finland, and I dream of Finland all the time, and I would like to live in Finland someday. Uh, so it was just like, I'm going to go to Finland because Finland makes me happy, and that's why I came to Finland. So I actually, sorry, again, I will get to the Finland part soon, but it makes more sense to tell you the next part of this. The third leg of this journey, which will be for also just under 3 weeks, is to the Netherlands because I used to live there and I miss it, and because it's a comfy place that I can retreat to and just cry. Like that's the plan, to go to the Netherlands and cry about everything and just not stop crying until it's time to go home. So yeah, very, very expensive tears will be cried. But yeah, it's actually just to process things, I suppose. To just go somewhere where, I don't have to, I don't know, present myself a certain way or something like that. I don't have to save face, or I don't have to think like, oh, I can't fall to pieces in my own home because I have to take care of myself and I have to hold it together so that I can take care of myself and when there's people around and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't think I fully recovered from New Year's Day, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to the Netherlands so that I can, so that I don't feel any attachment to my surroundings. I don't feel any sense of I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, responsibility or stress, or where I'm not going to overthink things or anything, where I can just go there and feel everything and actually process them. So I'm going to cry a lot in the Netherlands. That is the plan, to just bleed it all out. That is what I want to do in the Netherlands, not literally, not going to the Netherlands to, like slash myself open and stuff like that. I don't mean that literally, but yeah, to just let it all out and process it. The Netherlands is going to be a catharsis. That's what it's going to be. So yeah, because I'm going to be alone in the Netherlands, completely alone. I'm not going there to visit any friends or family. I don't know anybody in the Netherlands anymore. Lost touch with all of the people that I did, and most of them I don't ever want to see again anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the Netherlands and be by myself for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to deal with things I probably should have dealt with like 8 months ago. September just started, so yeah, wouldn't count it as 9. But that is the plan. Now that all of that is out of the way, let me tell you about Finland, because Finland is amazing. There is way too much to say or to tell you about or to describe. I'm scratching the fucking mosquito bites again. Oh dear. Sorry, there's way too much to like actually describe and tell you about and regale. So I'm going to have to give you guys the short version. But yes, I arrived in Oulu on the 10th of August. Yes, left Spain, arrived in Finland on the 10th of August. And then I spent one night in a hotel because the friend that I was going to wasn't actually at home that day. And then I went into Oulu, into the city by myself, just to gallivant, because I was only going to meet my friend later that day, technically at night. So yeah, spent a day by myself in Oulu, met a random Finnish man who I think was very much in love with me. He was old, but I think he was very much in love with me. And then he invited me to go karaokeing with him, so I did. And then met a whole bunch of other random Finnish men, some old, some young, who all admitted to being my husbands, just by the way, that I was karaokeing and drinking with, and it was a lot of fun. And then eventually I met my friend at the station, and then we took a very long walk. He probably would say that it's not that bad, but I have little legs, so it was a very long walk to get to his place. And yeah, stayed with him for, I think, 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. I'm not actually sure. I forgot. No, wait, it was 11 days. Yes, because I left his place on the 21st of August. So yeah, was there for 11 days. And my time with that particular friend was, I swear to you, the most wonderful, magical time I have ever had in my life. I just realized that I have been staring at the top of my phone and not at the lens. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was the most wonderful, magical time I have ever had in my whole entire life. I have never been that comfy or cozy or that relaxed or that entertained. I have never felt so good in my life. And yeah, I had a blast. We got up to a lot of shenanigans though. Like a lot of shenanigans, including going to a folk metal gig that turned into a rave, and then going to the rave as well, drinking a lot, going to like his music rehearsal space, hanging out with his friend, forming a band just so that I could say that I was in a Finnish band. I think that I was the drummer of that band. I don't play the drums. I mean, I was playing the drums that day, but I am not a drummer, but I feel like I am the drummer of the Finnish band that we formed. as a joke, but also seriously. Like, it was confirmed that we were a band for at least that one day, so that I can say that I was in a Finnish band. We had a photo shoot and everything, and the band had a name and everything. I forgot what the band name is, but yeah, anyway, then went drinking with his friend, the other member of the band. Um, got very, very, very drunk that day. Like, oh God. Said some things I probably should not have said. We'll get to that shortly. Then, what else did we get up to? We went to go drink by a lake. We went frolicking in the forest. We went to a cabin that was literally in the middle of nowhere where nobody would have been around to help if something went wrong. That's how far out of the way this cabin actually was. I got on a boat for the first time in my life. I have been on a ship before, but not a rowboat. And yeah, he has a boat. So I got on the boat for the first time. I also attempted to row the boat and then kind of crashed the boat. Not to the point where, it was damaged and we were left to drown at sea, not like that, but I technically did run the boat into some rocks. So, whoops. What else? Yeah, we frolicked naked in the forest as well because this is Finland and the saunas. Yeah, I literally stood in the middle of the woods, completely naked. It was very refreshing. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, yes, and I got in the lake completely naked as well in the dark of night. That was a little bit uncomfortable because I don't know how to swim and it gave me anxiety, but it was still fun, I suppose. I guess it was memorable, is maybe a better word. I feel like I'm missing some or another shenanigan that me and this man got up to. What was it? Did I mention that we went to go drink by a lake? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. I also saw the Northern Lights for the very first time in my life while I was staying with him. So that was incredible. I have dreamt of seeing the Northern Lights literally my whole life long, and I finally got to see them, and they're so beautiful. I want to cry. So that was very exciting. Saw them multiple times. Um, were there other shenanigans? I don't know. But yeah, all of these shenanigans and how wonderful and amazing my time with this particular friend was gave me the crashing realization that maybe somebody, being me, not only caught flights, they also caught feelings, very, very intense feelings. But you see, this particular friend of mine who is literally perfection has a girlfriend, so it's just like I'm just gonna drink all this beer. Yeah. But yes, the one night when we got very, very, very drunk, I kind of blurted it out to him, like to his face. So he is well aware of that. So fuck my life. Anyway, it's not just because I caught feelings, okay? It was just a wonderful, magical time, the most wonderful, magical time I've ever had in my life. And I really have never been that relaxed before. So, yeah, that's besides the feelings that somebody should not have caught, but did anyway. Anyway, let's just stop talking about that now. So then from there, I went to a different friend of mine who lives in Vimpeli, and getting there was a fucking nightmare because the only way to get to Vimpeli was to get on a bus from Oulu to Rahe and then take the train from Rahe to Lapua and then take a cab from Lapua to Vimpeli. Firstly, when I got to the cab drivers and told them that I wanted to go to Vimpeli, one of them was just like, no, and walked away from me and went to go and call somebody else. And then the other cab driver came to me, and then I told him that I wanted to go to Vimpeli, and he literally looked at me like, what? Why? And then he was like, okay, fine. And then I ended up paying like 120 fucking euros for one cab ride. I am still upset about that. Okay. That's like 2,000 Rand in South African money. More than 2,000 Rand, actually. I think it's closer to 2,500 Rand for one cab ride. So, yeah, Vimpeli is in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then, yeah, ended up staying with my friend who has actually technically been on this channel before. So if you were subscribed to this channel back in the day, you have actually seen his face, because remember the electronic punk band that I was in, Sky Destroyers? There was a time when I uploaded some videos about Sky Destroyers, and he featured in one of those videos. So technically, he has shown his face on this channel before. That video's not up anymore. I deleted it a long time ago. But if you remember that, then yeah, that's a friend that I went to go visit. Met him in person for the very first time in my life. So yay. And then we didn't really get up to all that much because there wasn't all that much to do. But at one point, we did go to a kids' baseball game, even though we don't have kids. We just literally walked into the stadium and nobody stopped us, so we went to go watch some random kids play Finnish baseball. So, yeah. Also, I have the baseball. Wait 1 second. I almost fell. I have a baseball, not the baseball. I found it on the ground. Technically, he found it on the ground, but now it's mine. So if you're some random Finnish kid who lost their baseball, too bad. It's mine now. You can't have it back. So Finnish baseball is very, very different to American baseball, by the way. Also, if you just saw my whole entire ass, I do apologize. Actually, I don't. But anyway, so we made some music and we watched some movies and we played Mario Party and we went for walks and we drank lots of beer and we did other things as well. But if I say what that was, this video will probably get taken down. So I'm sorry, the man is Finnish. Okay, obviously, I was gonna come to Finland and take my pants off. Okay, obviously, I was gonna do that. So I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, meeting him in person was also wonderful. He's very sweet, very nice, very kind, very generous. Very funny as well. And yeah, it was just a very relaxed time spent in Vimpeli, mostly being lazy, to be honest. I was so unproductive in Vimpeli. I just didn't feel like working. I didn't want to. I wanted to just stay in bed and I don't know, be lazy for the rest of my days. I don't know what it is about that town, but it made me want to sleep. I started going to bed at like 11 o'clock at night when I was there, which is insane because it's me and I almost never sleep. So, yeah, super, super lazy in that town. But in the good way, you know, where it's just like I have better things to do than my job. You know, like I was relaxed and comfy and wanted to stay relaxed and comfy. So, yeah, had a really good time in Vimpeli as well. And then I left yesterday. And then, fortunately, excuse me 1 second. Fortunately, I didn't have to pay 2,000 Rand for a cab back to Lapua because the buses ran there on the weekends. So, yeah, it's just when I went to Vimpeli, it wasn't the weekend. So, my only option was to take the cab. But yesterday, I didn't have to. I just took the bus to Lapua and then got on the train. And then there was a delay on the train because there was a fire nearby one of the train stations and all of the trains had to stop. And of course, it would be while I'm on the train. Of course, it would be, you know, right before my stop. Shit is efficient as fuck in Finland, okay? So, of course, the one time when things went wrong, it affected me. I'm just saying. But yeah, made it to the hotel last night. Really wasn't actually that late. It was like an hour delay, so not the end of the world. And then yeah, now I'm in Vanta because I need to be as close to the airport as possible because, like I said, I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's already 11:30. Oh dear. My laptop is over there. I can see the time. So, excuse me. Also, I saw the Northern Lights again in Vinbilly. They were so pretty. Now I understand why people compare them to curtains, the way that they move. It was so beautiful. Also, because Vinbilly is in the middle of nowhere and kind of rural, the sky is so dark, and I have never seen so many stars in my life. Actually, I have in South Africa, but not in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, really, really, really pretty skies. So I did a lot of stargazing and sky gazing in Vinbilly as well. Um, and yeah, today I just went gallivanting, went for some walks, and mostly just processed the fact that I have to leave Finland because I really don't want to. I love this country. I want to stay here forever. Like I really do. And I'm kind of depressed because I can't and I have to leave tomorrow. So yeah, look at my socks. One of them has a hole already. I've had these things for like 2 weeks. And one already has a hole. But anyway, look at them. They are glorious. I got these in Oulu. I have rainbow sunglasses too. I just don't know where I put them. Actually, I think I know where I put them. One moment, please. Those are the plain ones. Where are the rainbow ones? I'm pretty sure that they are in here. There they are. Hi. So, yeah, this is my new uniform. I'm not scratching, you're scratching. I'm going to stop scratching, though. Yeah, so today I mostly just, took time to enjoy my last day in Finland. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the comment. They are awesome, right? All I need is my leather jacket now. But it is warm in this hotel room, and I don't... Helps if I put it on the right way. I don't quite feel like wearing this thing because it is warm in here, although I will put it on when I go smoke because it's kind of cold outside. I should have worn this from the beginning of this live stream because now I look really cool. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to leave Finland. I really, 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 really don't want to leave Finland. I love it here. I've never been happier. I've never been comfier. I've also never had less money in my life, but everything is so expensive in this country. Jesus Christ. But it's worth it because it's Finland. So, yeah. It has been a very intense experience, but like in the best way, because, under ordinary circumstances, I'm afraid of my own shadow and my own, like, bathroom, and everything is terrifying and I can barely get out of bed. But here in Finland, I did a lot of things that I normally wouldn't have the courage to do. I was pretty relaxed the entire time that I was in Finland, and I could also just be myself. And I also wrote some fantastic songs as well. At least one fantastic song. But yeah, it was a very, I don't want to say spiritual experience, but it was, or emotional. I mean, it was emotional, but that's not quite the word. I don't know what I'm trying to get to here. I'm sure a word exists, I just can't think of it. But it was something else. Like, I was literally just living my best life and feeling like the best version of myself as well, if that makes any sense at all. Very content and just honest with myself and everyone around me as well. without the sense of paranoia or anxiety or fear or anything like that. It was a healthy experience, I suppose, is one way of putting it. A deeply, deeply healthy experience, psychologically and emotionally and spiritually and physically as well, and mentally and all the different things. It was such a healthy experience and a much needed one, more importantly. So I am going to be very sad when I have to leave Finland tomorrow. But unfortunately, that time has come, and now I have some demons to go and confront in the Netherlands. Um, so yeah, mentally preparing for that as well. It's not that I'm like going to the Netherlands to suffer. I'm going to the Netherlands to enjoy the Netherlands because I love the Netherlands. It's just the perfect place to go and cry everything out because it's familiar and because I used to live there, but it's so different now. And yeah, just because it is technically my home away from home. So if I don't have the mental facilities to process things in my actual home, then I'll go process them in my second one. So I am still looking forward to my trip to the Netherlands because I haven't been to the Netherlands in like 10 years. And I really love the Netherlands. It's a beautiful country and it was once my home. So obviously I'm looking forward to the trip. It's just that Spain was adventure, and Finland was just the pursuit of happiness, and the Netherlands is literally catharsis. So it's a little bit more of a serious trip than the other two were, if that makes any sense at all. But it'll be wonderful. It's the Netherlands, and I'm happy to return there. Very, very, very excited. Technically, I have already returned to the Netherlands because I flew through Amsterdam to get to Madrid, but I was only in the airport and it was for like 4 hours. So I didn't actually like go out into the Netherlands. But yeah, this time I will. And then I will stay there for 19 days and then return to Johannesburg soon. So yeah, it was a much needed break from everything and everyone. It so far has been a wonderful trip, lots of excitement. I've learned many things and had many realizations about many different things as well. I've learned a lot about myself and I've learned a lot about other people. And I've had experiences I wouldn't otherwise have had. And I am really, truly living my best life currently. Um, because I have some wonderful people in my life. It just turns out that pretty much this entire time, I didn't realize that it was those people who were the most wonderful, if that makes any sense at all. I've been friends with both of these Finnish people for like a decade now, and I suppose because I had never met them in person, I just didn't realize like just how wonderful they actually are, if that makes any sense at all. But again, we're not going to talk about the first one because I have already said too much about that situation. And I'm just going to have to suck it up. So, you know how we suck things up in this household? We pretend they don't exist and we move on. So I got it out of my system and now there's nothing left to address. So, yeah, I do feel slightly sorry for myself, but you know what? I will just channel that into the fact that I'm leaving Finland. That's why I feel sorry for myself, and for no other reason. You know, for somebody who insists that they're not going to talk about it, they really do bring it up a lot, but it's because, you know, God damn it. Anyway, I really am going to shut up about that now. Um, I didn't expect to have this good a time in Finland, to be 100% honest. I knew that it's Finland and that I would love it regardless, even if I had to, you know, like sleep in a cardboard box or something. Just the fact that I'm in Finland would have made me happy, but never in a million years would I ever have envisioned this trip going as well as it did. And when I say well, that feels like an understatement. It really has been such a good time. Probably the best time of my life, which is why I'm so sad that I have to leave because I don't want to. But speaking of which, I really do have to pack my bag and probably go to bed at some point. I'm most likely going to get very little sleep. I'd never sleep before flights or traveling or adventures and stuff, but I should at least try. So, yeah, I should end this live stream. So, I suppose just to make it a little less unceremonious, oh, actually, wait, there is one other thing that I forgot to explain that I said I would address, and then I didn't. The vlogging. I had every intention of vlogging this experience and uploading so many videos about my adventure to Spain and to Finland and to the Netherlands and leaving Johannesburg and even like the preparation for the trip and stuff like that. And I started, while I was preparing for the trip, I started doing that. But then I didn't edit the vlog in time. And then when I got to Spain, vlogging became a little bit too much of a hassle. And then now that I've been in Finland, I was like, I don't want to experience this behind a video camera. I don't want this trip to Finland to be a thing that I'm enjoying from the perspective of a content creator or that I'm turning into views somehow. I just really didn't want to do that. I honestly did not give a single flying fuck about turning it into videos because I just wanted to live in the moment. And I'm glad that I did. Even though technically I don't have any records of all of the shenanigans and stuff now, apart from lots of photos that I took. I won't really be able to relive those experiences. I suppose that makes them more meaningful in that way, because it wasn't for show, which is also why this trip to Finland was as healthy as it was, because I've barely been on social media throughout this trip. So, yeah, took a bit of a break from the online digital life. And yeah, just realized that I really didn't want to experience it as content. I wanted to experience it in the moment, mindfully. I wanted to be present in those moments. So that's why I haven't uploaded any videos the entire time that I've been in Europe, even though I've been here for like more than a month at this point. So yeah, that was the other thing that I wanted to say. And also the reason why I'm live streaming now, because at least there is this video as evidence that I'm in Finland. Okay, I am going to shut up now because I probably shouldn't put this off any longer. I do need to make sure that everything is packed, and I do need to go and tell the front desk that if I'm not downstairs by 20 past 5, they should just come shake me out of bed or something, because I do need to be at the airport early tomorrow. I don't want to rush, and more importantly, I don't want to miss my flight. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is go downstairs, have a smoke, tell the front desk that I need a wake-up call, come back, pack my case, and then see if I fall asleep after that. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna shut up. I don't know how to end this off. So yeah, I'm going to shush. Also, this jacket is really warm. But like if I take it off now, that would be so dumb. So I'm just going to keep it on and then leave this very warm room. I can control the temperature. I'm just too lazy to do that. So, okay, I am really going to go now. Thanks for watching this incredibly random and stupid video. And I will see you sometime. I don't know. I will actually try to vlog in the Netherlands because, I am going there to cry a lot and I'm sure I'll have a lot to say. So I'll try and make more videos when I'm there, but I'm not making any promises. How do I end this live stream? I literally don't know how to end this. Wait, do I press this button here? If I disappear, I'm sorry, and good night. Wait, it is gonna end it. Yay. Okay. Bye.